the day. From Ford Field in Detroit, it's a special Halloween presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
Ooh, it's Spooky Month.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Play ball, option defense, let's go conservative, strip ball conservative. Basically, our plan is that everyone will be lined up on everyone, and we are playing for turnovers.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And
no, I could have gotten it right there. With Levante David,
Charles, you talk about this offense. This
no, it
week
wasn't.
8
That was
of the
JC
2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this now a 17-game regular season. And because of that, seems like now more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season.
Who got that tackle?
Big advantage.
Harris. It's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed out, the possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, you know, getting that rest before the playoff push, all of those things. Sometimes
Kuda.
Early in the season, it's not really much of an
advantage. He wasn't looking. If he was, he would have jumped that, and that would have been a turnover. This is a
big deal, and teams definitely like it. The later, the better.
On first down, Hurts. And Sanders has got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Now
so the assignment, a tough one here for this defense. You've got a quarterback ranked in the top 5 in passing yards. What do they need to do to try to keep him under wraps?
Well, they didn't sleep a whole lot getting ready for this one. I can guarantee you there's just so much to combat. But I think they're going to zero in on taking away his top target. Double, triple him if they
Harris.
have to.
I got 2 Harrises on my defense.
Rise up and try and beat them.
I'm a Harris.
A lot better if those guys win in the routes instead of their #1 guy.
What am I doing?
It's a second down run with Sanders. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions 37. They'll try and run for it with Sanders.
I think we stopped them.
Lane, but none to be found for Sanders. As they
stopped them
short of the line to gain. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down. Going for it with Sanders.
No chance. No chance. Harris is all over that.
The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Goff now looking to throw.
Go Cephas.
Go. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on a catch and run.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the tackling in the game today.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And
I just chanced that one. That was terrible.
A week off, but the starters were to score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know the funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
Let's go stick. We'll look for a low pass here to Reynolds.
Now it's gone.
No, that's a duck.
And it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Eagles Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll take this one up to about the 13.
He was wide open because I wasn't plugging up that run.
The numbers
line.
for Sanders last week,
Normally
11
I
carries,
would be the one
52
plugging that up, but
yards.
I wasn't
And Parker, I
there.
thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week to pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect
Oh,
their
God, that's
defensive
wide.
front to be so.
There he goes, left side.
He's
at
gone.
the 30, 10.
Oh,
Touchdown,
Malafanu.
Philadelphia. D.D. Westbrook, 87 yards. And the Eagles on just 2 plays.
Alrighty,
have
we might
taken
need the
lead.
interception. I don't see us beating this passing attack without a major change in alignments.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
That's sad.
Fielded just outside the goal
I got
line.
big burst of speed.
And
And of course, someone was holding, and I know who it was.
A legal block or a hold. Let's see.
Yep.
So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Pretty solid
Push it,
run here on
Jefferson.
first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
This is cover 2. I might get Hodge here. Hodge or Reynolds. Depending on what this.
On second and very short, Goff.
See if it's
That'll be
going to hold on to
incomplete.
it.
Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Goff. And
Come on, you guys gotta
incomplete on the
relax
deep
that.
ball.
This is the problem with not having good receivers. If they're not open, you really are
He was
not
pretty
going to
lucky
do
to get
much.
that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of
That was a
confidence
linebacker
that borders on
who was able to get
arrogance,
that
and
out.
that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Let's look for Bryant here, depending on what
On
this
1st and 10,
back does.
Goff. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Again, we're looking to see what this linebacker does.
On 1st down, Goff. Dancing to his left.
You can run it in, maybe?
And
No.
inside the 5 here.
Oh,
before he's
and
out
Goff
of
got hurt.
bounds right at the 3. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback.
That was
Firing quickly
going
here, and that's complete. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line.
They were
They go
all
backwards
over
there
that.
2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Well, you throw it this close to the goal line, usually you're thinking touchdown. Here they actually complete it but lose yardage.
When you're this close to the goal line, you have to anticipate that maybe you're going to see a defense.
They're blaming it on the
There's
O-line. It
11
was
in
not the
box. There's just
O-line
no
there.
room. So I'm with you. You've got to find a way to push things downfield a little bit. Any type of
Swift.
space is better than what we just saw there. And that end result, not one that's satisfactory to them.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and
Got it.
inches.
No, that's
And
not
only
a
did he not
first.
get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown.
And Goff is out for the game. I need to look at that. That's insane. They're seriously not going to give him that? He got it. I'm going to throw a challenge
And
flag.
it'll be a turnover on downs. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one.
I think he got it.
The thing that they'll be looking at is the spot of the football.
I think he got it. No, why? He got it, though. That's so stupid.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge.
Oh, God, not this again.
Down the right side. The 40. The 20. Touchdown.
Yep, I'm going to need an interception by Amani.
Quez Watkins.
But it means that my defense is
99
actually going to have to do
yards.
something.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly.
Because
for
that's the
6.
second big passing play that I've allowed.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Alrighty, Boyle.
Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Alrighty, Boyle.
Time for another look at this Lions offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They'll get this off to Swift. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down now, but that clock rolling. And he wants Reynolds way downfield. This is caught inside the 15.
All right, come back here.
Touchdown. Josh Reynolds, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game. Extra point by Seibert up and good.
All right,
and
Sam,
they'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
For at least the next few weeks. Because I don't know how long Goff is going to be out.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was gonna
Not
say, now
again.
he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt.
Guys,
Put him
we
on the field,
gotta be
folks.
good at
He wants that type of celebration.
Come on,
The Eagles going to
JC.
take the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go.
The Phillies are playing now. Right now, if you want to get up, if you want to watch it.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And it's completely
Oh my God,
back in the hands of Smith.
Smith, Devontae is just completely annihilating
As they
JC.
get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
I'm going to need a pick here by Amani.
Here's Hurts to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders.
Good job,
they'll get
David.
8 out of this before being
Yep,
stopped at
I'm
the 28.
absolutely going to need a big
They use
play
him a
here
lot
by
out of the
Amani.
backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts.
Let's go,
And he fires
Anzalone.
one that's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone.
Oh,
These guys have got it back.
I
in
wanted
the
him to
closing
stiff arm
stages of
Hurts
the
there.
first
But
half.
Hurts was able to get the tackle.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you
Alrighty,
noted,
back in
on the
it.
job training.
I
So
can
he's got to
score here.
take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now he's going to throw deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Boyle, the quick slant caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And we are tied here
Let's
in the
go,
second quarter.
Anzalone. Hodge coming in clutch here. We got Hodge coming in clutch. We got Boyle coming in clutch.
This one tied at
Anzalone
14 now as he sends this one away.
Tied it.
And not wanting to risk
Just
anything
took
here late in the
one
half,
play.
he'll just take a knee and they'll
All of
bring
a
the
sudden, we're
football
back in
out
it.
to the 25. The
I
Eagles
am not
offense
running
set to begin their next
Sorry, I made
drive.
that mistake
And with
last
7
time.
seconds
But,
remaining, not
yeah,
much time to really do
hopefully it
anything.
does.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we are at halftime here on Halloween as we'll head down to our... Well, I know we hold off on the halftime update after all. Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. It's a tie
Alrighty, so I think the
game
only
here. What do you
real
think,
thing that
Charles,
will
the
beat this
message
is
was at
cover one.
halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tied game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot.
And
No.
now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Yeah, cover one beats
Picked
this.
up by Steven Nelson. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
That's my first real mistake.
Not the way you envision things to start out the
I
third
should not have
quarter.
expected
One
that to
play
get
and
open.
already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going.
And the Lions
Let's
pressure
go,
too strong.
Trey.
Down he goes. Trey Flowers. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
I gotta be ready for this.
Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
All right, we gotta be ready to capitalize off
You got to
this.
cash in and get some points.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Hurts fumbles it, and this is scooped up by the Lions.
That's gonna get called
And the
back.
possession is there.
It's gonna be a punt anyway, but that's not a fumble.
And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football.
Oh, no.
Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the third quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock. You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he wants Reynolds way downfield. Touchdown! Josh
Got our first lead of the game.
Second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead.
This is
Extra
just an
point by
offensive.
Seibert up and good. And the lead is now
Both
21-14.
teams are the Dallas Cowboys. That's literally what this
Touchdown
game
pass
is.
gets him 6
Nothing
on
but
a
turnovers
very,
and
very
big
tiny
plays.
2-play drive that time. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Uh-oh.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Throwing is Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're
I want
able
to find
to get
some
the
way to
third
get
down conversion.
Overwaria.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime, Minks, had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Come on.
Able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he
There's no
struggled,
blitz
especially in
plays
that
in
first
this
half.
that,
I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start
God.
for him.
Oof,
And he's got this
JC.
down almost to the
I need to get
20
JC off
before he's dropped.
Devontae. He's not.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure. That
We
was
try
on. They
Overwaria.
both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. That catch good for only a couple.
I need
All
to get
defenses worry that whenever
Overwaria
anyone
this
catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts looking right side.
Oh my
That's
God,
complete to
JC.
Watkins. And he'll go down.
JC's
and that
really
will do it
struggling.
for the 3rd quarter of action. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run with Sanders.
No way!
And he
No
is into the end
way! I
zone.
had it
Touchdown,
right there!
Philadelphia.
Nobody could take him down!
Miles Sanders, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
I literally had the TFL
Couple of
right
teams
there. If
locked
he could
into a good
just
one here.
take him
21
down.
The score as the kicks away.
Literally
This
a
will be fielded
routine.
inside the 5.
Routine tackle.
And they'll start
He
this
messed it
drive
up.
just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. On 1st down, Boyle flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35.
Oh gosh,
Takes
now
this one down
School's
almost
hurt.
all the way to the 30. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the give, this is Jefferson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Jefferson on the
I
ground.
got blown up.
And he will lose
I needed a
yardage
better
here back
block
at the
on
23-yard
the
line.
94 there.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well defended right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Boyle. And this one taken in by Cephas. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Looking to run with Jefferson. And he takes this one in for a
Oh my
Lions
gosh,
touchdown.
everyone is getting hurt now.
Jamar Jefferson. His
Goff,
9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions
Goff
answer
got hurt,
back
Sewell
with a
got hurt,
touchdown of their
Wagner, now
own to break
Cephas.
our tie and take the lead
Got
here
a
in
lot
the
of
4th.
backups.
Extra point by
Silver
Simon,
in
up
the
and
practice
good.
squad.
And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the
All right.
kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set
Gotta
up
get
shop at the
something going
23-yard
there.
line.
Oh, Wario. Gotta get a TFL.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines
Please
and
take
incompletions to
down
use the clock.
Miles Sanders.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Hurts gets this to Sanders, and he'll work it across
I'm really
midfield
struggling to take
inside
out
the
Sanders
45.
here. I'm not
Like
going
the
off
design
this
that we're
crash
seeing
blitz
right
because
there.
I
This is what they
absolutely
need. Down by a
need to
touchdown
do
here in the
something
fourth.
with
They just need to keep
Oruwariye in
working
this
their way
game
downfield.
because
When
he
they see
has done
openings,
nothing.
take their shots.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset.
I don't like
They
leaving
come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. A pass there, complete
No,
to
no,
Westbrook.
please.
Oh,
Harris.
still won't go down. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll be second down. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
That's a flag. That's
He's
a
gonna
win.
have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Sanders. And he'll take it into the end
Can
zone.
anyone take down
Eagles
Sanders?
touchdown.
He's
Miles
literally
Sanders
trucking
with
everyone.
his second
No
touchdown
one
of the
can
game
take
and
down
5th
Miles
on the
Sanders.
year. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget.
All right, well,
the extra
I'm
point
just
is up
accepting
and
the fact
good.
that I'm not going to get a
And
dev
partner,
trade
we've got
on.
a tie game here
I'm
in
not
the
going to get
fourth.
star dev on Uruarie. Because
So
he
right
can't
back
do
to
anything.
square
He
one,
literally
tied
has
at
done nothing
28
all
as he
game.
kicks it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue
Wrong
to
guy
move
got
it downfield
playmaker.
in
That's
order to
so
try and get in
frustrating.
range and win this game.
I'm running
See
this
if they
way,
can
and a
do just
playmaker is
that.
DeAndre.
Following the incomplete
This is
pass,
coming
here they go
through.
again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Are we playmakering DeAndre?
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no
I'm
one
not
here,
on
he
that
throws
side
it
of the
away.
field.
And now it's 3rd. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
This is cover 2. This is a
But that
touchdown.
clock rolling. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now.
Don't
1st and
breathe
10.
that now.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Steve
I should have called the timeout and kicked the field goal. I don't know what I was thinking.
Out to the 20. Tie game, 4th quarter. You're already in the red zone, well in field goal range. You can't throw a pick there.
And you know I want to give all the credit to the defenders, right? I mean, they made a play on the ball. But bottom line, you set up the situation perfectly. You've already got the field goal in the bag. You've got to make sure you take care of the football in that situation.
And he's going to get 7
we're
out
going
of
to
this
OT.
before being taken down at the 27. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out.
And here in overtime, if the team that
Please.
receives the ball scores a touchdown,
Yes.
it's over. If they don't, we
We
can still
want
have
it.
some more
We
football.
want it.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Taking it about the 1. And
flag.
He's
It's on
just past the
Castro.
25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call.
Hawkinson.
That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
Now a play fake here on first down. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Flush to his right. And this one is incomplete. Two straight
We're getting
incompletions.
shut down now.
Really on. Last thing you want here to start overtime, a 3 and out.
And I know that a few years ago when they changed the rules about overtime, it may have changed a little bit about how you go about things. But bottom line is, when you have the football, you never want to give it up. You want to make sure you get points on the board at a minimum and put pressure on the other team. This is a huge third down call coming up.
Deep in our own territory in
The punt team
overtime.
is
We got
on
to
as this is set away. A solid stiff arm. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and the Eagles will have it taking
we just
over
gotta
first
win.
and 10. And Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
And part 1 is done, now part 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll go option on second down, right side. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And he is
Get the
tackled
ball
inside
out.
the 40, not quite to the 35.
You gotta get that ball
Well, he did a
out.
nice
This
job
is
keeping his
such an
eyes
important
downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
So from the 36 now,
I
first
think
and
they're
10,
running it.
running right. Here's Sanders. And he is
Nah,
out of
they're in
bounds
field goal range.
inside the
I
30.
lose.
80 yards rushing
No
for him
shot
now.
I
He's
win
just
this,
trying to will
unless
his
something
guys to an
crazy
overtime
happens.
victory.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get
Let's
used to
go.
the ground.
That's a
Gonna be
feat.
taken
Okay.
down. Pressure gets
Back
there
in it.
back at the 39-yard
Third and
line.
13.
Derek
Third and
Brown,
13. No
never
penalties.
giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. Hurts. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting...
As Sanders has it poked free. And this is scooped up by the Lions. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you give a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Back to throw. Boyle. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 42.
Ooh.
Now another timeout
We're
call for
clutching
the
up here,
Mighty
Con.
offense. They'll be down
We're
to just
clutching
one
up.
remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard
This is cover 2.
line.
I think I win right here.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Slant pass. He's got Reynolds. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And a timeout now
This
here
is
in
it.
overtime with 4 seconds remaining. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes.
I should have
because
lost
of all
that.
the points that were being put on the scoreboard.
I
your
should have
defensive guy,
lost
but
that.
it was a fun little
I
track
played
meet,
like
wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14 to 11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Lions, they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
That was
and
not
they'll be able to
cruising.
enjoy this one through
That
the
was
bye week
stress.
before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew.
Todd was an 100-yard
This is the
receiver. Reynolds was an
NFL
100-yard
on EA
receiver.
Sports.
Swift was almost an 100-yard receiver. The game was saved on the forced fumble. Hold on. I want to see if I can see it. This was it. This was it right here. I thought the game was over. Boom. And then ball comes out. How is that in? I don't know how that's in. But one of my new acquisitions, Levante David, just recently traded for him, gets the play, and Oruwari cleans it up. Oh man.